Hey there YouTube, it's Chris with Peregrine Outdoors here today doing my first video. It's going to be a knife unboxing video. It's going to be from Kizer Cutlery. This was actually, I purchased this from Blade HQ. They did a single day sale, I want to say 4 days ago. And they actually, all of their Kizer Cutlery items were on sale, pretty heavily discounted. So I went ahead and picked up a fixed blade from them. And so we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing video. Just for funsies, I will roll in here. I did most of the heavy unboxing. It was inside of a priority flat rate box and then inside of a priority flat rate envelope inside of that box. But everything got here safe and sound. I did use my trusty handy dandy Rat Model 2. This is pretty much my current most often carried knife. You can tell from the rather beat up traction coating on the blade. Anyways, so moving into the unboxing, what we're actually going to be looking at, the model is called the Pinkerton Little River Bowie. I am a sucker for fixed blade knives, so when I found out when this one was so heavily discounted, I kind of had to get it. So first off, talking about just the cool case that it comes in, pretty legit. I really like it. Nice hard box. The Kizer logo here. For those who don't know, Kizer Cutlery is it's a Chinese company, but they actually import the vast majority of their components from either the United States or from Japan. And so the components are considered to be pretty high quality. So let's see here, lift this out. Comes with a nice little cellophane wrap. Get that off of there. So that is pretty stinking cool. So like I said, this is the Pinkerton Little River Bowie. We're going to be looking at G10 handle scales, 1095 steel with a traction coating over it. I can tell you right now, this is pretty heavy coating on it. You can definitely feel that coating there. Let's see here. A little bit of jimping on the underside, also a little bit of jimping towards the back on the top, and then up where your thumb's going to be, kind of not necessarily a thumb ramp, but it does have a kind of a bit of a swell at the beginning of the blade there. So we'll go ahead and set that aside. And let's see, so we have this is pretty cool formed little plastic with a felt, imitation felt top on it. And this is what I wanted to get at underneath. So here we have, appears to be Kydex, or some other kind of injection molded plastic. Got obviously your metal grommets, screws, and then a belt clip. Looks like also a Kydex belt clip. Looks like it's set up that you can move it around, so you could carry it in, like, some people carry in a scout configuration when they carry it horizontally like this. Let's see. Let's check how this actually fits in here. So this is what we want, is to have a nice click. Oh yeah, that's good. Nice. Let's see. Now, difficult to get out. I'll say that. There's no thumb ramp. Usually, well, not say usually, but on a lot of knives, you'll see right here, there'll usually be some kind of raised bit here for a thumb ramp. This does not have that. There's a small swell right here where I guess you could, you really got to muscle it. That might be something that can be kind of broken in with time, might not, but we'll see. My plan is to do this unboxing video, and then we'll also do a use test with it where we actually go out and do some stuff. Let's see, what else can we talk about here? So nice little Ricasso finger choil or coil, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Nice thumb groove. Fits my hand really well. I can definitely get a full 4-finger grip across the top. Decent sized lanyard hold in the back. In terms of proportion of handle to blade, I really like it. There's definitely more blade than there is handle. I believe this is spec'd at a 4.5 inch, and I'll run a correction in if I'm wrong, but I believe it's spec'd at a 4.5 inch cutting surface, and then it's either a 3.5 or a 4-inch handle. So perfect size for me. I don't like it when you have a lot of extra handle on the back. And consequently I also don't like it when it's too short and you can only maybe get 3 fingers onto the grip. I imagine that this is going to be a pretty decent little tool, a decent little slicer because of nice big belly on the blade. The clip point is going to be, you know, it's going to be decent for thrusting motions and stuff like that. It has a mild swedge, a mild false edge right here. High saber grind, which is my preference when we're talking about fixed blades. I really think high saber grinds are great. They're the best compromise between all of the different designs out there. If we look right here, obviously we have the Kizer logo, model number 1029. It says right there for steel type 1095 high carbon. Not sure what the Rockwell heat treat is on it. The Blade HQ didn't have it on its website, I believe. Otherwise, if they did and I just missed it, I'll roll it in as well. Anyways, I also like that it's detachable handle scales, so it looks like we have, you know, hex keys or star keys to pop those off, so you can clean them, do whatever you have to do. G10 is nice. It's not super grippy, but actually with the screw heads right there, it's not like in terms of, it doesn't cause any pain or discomfort or anything, but you kind of get a little bit of extra grip. And then my fingers actually kind of fall right in between those hex screws. So pretty cool. I normally am not a huge fan of jimping on the tops of knives, specifically if they're really, really aggressive. This is not overly aggressive in my opinion. You could definitely, I could see you getting a little bit more force getting down on that, but to be honest, I think you could do that with pretty much a flat edge. You know, nice 90-degree spine right here. I don't think that this is necessarily, if you're into bushcraft and stuff like that, probably not going to throw sparks due to the fact that it has that traction coating on it. But if you really wanted to, you could take a grinder or some heavy sandpaper, knock that off and throw sparks with it. You know, that's cool and everything, not necessarily what I would plan to do with it. I like it the way it is. If I was going to make any kinds of critiques at this point, I would probably say the traction coating down here towards the primary bevel or secondary bevel or whatever you want to call it, I'm not exactly an expert in that kind of stuff, is already a little off center. You can see a little section. I don't know if I can actually bring that up and let you guys see it, but right in there, there's a little bit where it's not exactly right, and then right towards the tip as well, there's a little spot missing. Now, not a huge deal for me because I'm into using my knives, and so traction coating and stuff like that normally wears off. I see a lot of people on YouTube and elsewhere who complain when the coating of their blade comes off, and my general response is, well, if you don't want the coating to come off, don't use it, and, you know, keep it in its box or wear it around, but don't do anything with it. But that's not what I intend to do. I think it's important that if you buy something, you should use it. I will say also that the coating goes all the way through the tang. So there is a little bit of the traction coating. You can actually feel it through here, and then also on the jimping on the back. Nothing to speak of on the pommel there. Otherwise, just a very straightforward, I would consider this a mid-size, you know, fixed blade. So general impressions, first off, I really like the design. I think it's really cool. I do like I guess the feel of the coating, but I think it could have been applied a little bit more judiciously along the bevel. The styling, again, awesome. The G10 feels very nice. The little bit of scalloping in the finger groove here fits my hand perfect. Ergonomically speaking, an awesome feeling knife. The sheath, in terms of construction quality, seems to be pretty on point. There's not a ton of, you know, burrs or anything like that I feel like I need to knock off. We do have a little one right there, but nothing too out of the ordinary. This belt clip is a little bit concerning, just because I would prefer something with a metal belt clip, or maybe like a Blade Tech lock or something like that. But, you know, time will tell on this. The good thing is that I'm willing to bet that you could probably, if this doesn't work, throw a tech lock, like a small tech lock on there, and it'd be fine. Same thing goes along with the lack of a thumb ramp on the back of the sheath. We'll see as time goes on if that's really going to be an issue. But overall, I think decent fit and finish. So let's talk price point for this. So this normally goes on Blade HQ for $91. During the sale, I believe I picked it up for $51, so $40 cheaper than the normal price. MSRP is actually over $100. I want to say it's $129.99. So I think for the price I paid for it, I think it's a pretty decent knife. I think it's a pretty decent buy. At $91, I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, just because some of the fit and finish issues that we pointed out, out of the box. Also seeing that, the black coating on these screw heads probably could be better. Looks like some of that's coming off. Also, the difficulty getting out of the sheath, and then the traction coating along the blade not being absolutely spot on. So I don't know if I would necessarily pay $91 for this knife as far as what I'm seeing right now, because at $90 you're getting up into the realm of, say, a Tops or an SE or something like that, or even a Becker or something like that, which are going to come a little bit better in terms of fit and finish. What I'm hoping is that we get this out, we do a little bit of use testing, it really thrills me. But I'm also going to temper that enthusiasm up front by saying, it's not perfect. So, or at least not perfect right now. We'll see if, how it performs can kind of overcome the slight imperfections at this point. So that's what we have today. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully stick around. If you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button below, like and share with your friends, because I would love to have more opportunities to bring different content to as many people as possible. Again, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and hope to see you next time on Peregrine Outdoors.